What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those that are new to the channel, please comment right down below, hit the subscribe button. What we're doing today is installing new fuel injectors on the 2000 Chevy Tahoe. Alright, so for the tools you're gonna need for this job is gonna be a ratchet, you know, probably extension. Always use the extension. Sometimes a universal if you need one. What was that? Oh, you're gonna need an 8mm socket. What else is there? You're also gonna need these disconnector tools. I believe we're gonna be using the 1/2" one right here. Now these are for quick connects because they don't use bolts on the way you call it on the gas lines anymore. So I'll show you when we get there. But use these tools. You put this on the line, you push it in, and then you're able to pull the gas line off. But I'll show you that when we get there. And then you always probably will need your 10mm socket. So make sure you have your 10mm here, it's not lost. So you're also going to need some stars here. So just make sure you have stars. It's gonna be like a nice small. It's probably going to be this one. I don't know what size it is, but to have a good little set of stars here. Now I would recommend probably just disconnecting the battery. In my case, we're trying to keep the system disconnected. So always good to disconnect the battery whenever you're doing anything electrical. But first, you're gonna be taking off this. You're taking off the cover, which is just 2 bolts here. One here, one here. So now we got that off, I'm gonna start this. Right now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, you better do so now, because if you don't do so now, then this job's gonna become a pain in the ass for you, just so you know. So if you don't subscribe to the channel right now, I would definitely wish so, because now the job would become a pain, but if you don't. So now that we got that off, we're most likely gonna wanna take off, you're gonna wanna take off this guy here. So you get this out of the way. So you're gonna have this bolt here, which I believe it's a 10. Once again, like I said, 10 comes. Just zip this out. There's one more bolt here. So now that you got that disconnected there, you go, instead of taking apart the whole thing here, all you have to do is just take off this bracket here. Alright, so I got 3 bolts off here, so now this can just move like this over here. One thing I recommend for everyone to do is usually put the bolts back where they came from, like this, so you don't lose them. No chance of you misplacing them, falling in down there. You know, the way that goes when you work on cars, everything falls around. So, put them back where they belong. Like I said, I'm even gonna put these ones back here. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is take off this bracket here, so that you can move the harness out of the way. Put the bolt back. Now yours might be probably a little stiffer because I've already had this whole engine apart once, so it's a little more looser, so you might have to fight a little bit more to get how I got it here. Now, what's next is you're using a disconnector tool. Now you have the flat ones and you have these ones. I just bought these ones because I always want to try them, and they seem like it'll make life a little easier. But what you do is you take this, you put it on the fuel line, you push it into this guy here. You push the fuel line, you push it into it, and you should be able to just pull right off just like that. That easy. Same with the next one down here. Pulls right off. Simple as that. Now you can do that with pliers, I've heard. You can do it that way, but honestly, you said it's in there fighting. If you look inside there, there's like these 4 pins. And it's almost like impossible to get all 4 with the screwdriver. It's possible, but you're gonna sit there and struggle for like an hour. Hours probably. So what you wanna do next is, if you see this little cord here, pull it out of the little thing here that goes from the intake, because that's gonna be coming off with the fuel rail over here. Let's try to take off just the 8mm here. Now there are 4 of them. There's one here, one there, one over there, and one right there. There's only 4 holding on the fuel rails. Now, to get the clips off the injectors, what it is, you're gonna have these connectors. You're gonna have it like this. this clip is gonna be pushed into here. So to get this unclipped, you gotta pull this up. Most likely you're gonna want to try to pull it out, might just be easier. And then for this side of the engine, you clip the little clip right here is gonna be on this side, and you just push this and pull up. When I first did this, the first time I ever did this, it was a pain in the ass. So be prepared for maybe a little bit of pain. A little bit hard to get these apart, but that's how you get them apart. And they go back together like that. And then for this side of the engine is the opposite. The clip would be on this side instead of the front side, pointing the front way. Take off this first. It's a star. You take this off. It's a little clip here. You pull it off, and there's, I believe, you have this one here. Yeah, so you got this clip here and this clip here. There's 2 O-rings inside of there, so you gotta pull this out up, and then you can pull this center bar out. Take this off. Okay. I'll screw this here. All right, and you can get this little one over here. So now that we got all this part, now all you gotta do is just pull this guy up. There is gonna be fuel that comes out of them. There's gonna be 2. Now, this is the part that. All right. Here's our little fuel rail here. Our meter joiner. There's that guy there. And now this guy should be able to pull, I believe it's up straight this way. Just wiggle them up. No, don't pull on it. Be a little gentle, but you know, don't be too afraid. They're going to be tight. They're going to be tight in there. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, one injector didn't come off with me. I can see. Usually that does not happen, but oh, don't let fuel leak on the ground. Don't be me. All right, so as you can see, it's all disconnected on this side here. Now, this side's more a little bit pain because of all the stuff in the way. But you just come over here, same way, same thing. Just wiggle it, pull up. Just pull up on one side at a time. Oh, one side up, then the other side should be able to come right up. Okay. Or this one did the same exact thing as the other side. So. Oh, shoot. Once again, hopefully this has happened for you guys. Usually they come right out, but I don't know, maybe because I did this already and stuff. It's a little more loose, so. A little more loose than usual. Now that you got your fuel rails here, you go to this side, yep. Now, to remember which way it's going and what, this is the inner side. The single hole one goes on this side, and the double hole goes on that side right there. So that's how you kind of remember, and then it goes like that. So let's go take these inside, and let's get the new fuel injectors. So to get the fuel injectors out of the things here, you have these little clips here. You're going to need a pair of pliers. Now, neither of those pliers will work the best, but I don't feel like going outside to go get them, so I'm just using these guys. So what you do, you just take it like this. Literally just take your pliers. They pop up pretty easy. If yours might be rusty, so make sure if you have them in a kit, then don't worry about it. But if you don't have them in a kit, then try to keep as many of them, because I don't think you can buy these. Just buy them, like, you have to go on eBay and stuff to grab them. But dude, just pop them off. All right, so what I've learned, just kind of grab, put a finger here, pull, and then it should just come right off. If you have 2 pliers, what you can do, or 2 screwdrivers, put them in like that and push out. I think that's what I did the first time. I didn't use, but I'm gonna just do it this way. All right, and you get the fuel injectors out. Literally, it's just the same way. You just pull it straight out like that. Now yours might be a little harder. These were not replaced too long ago, but that's how they come off there. They just pop right out. So when you go to install new fuel injectors, you want to make sure you put oil on the O-rings here. So you take your finger, just dab it around the O-ring. This helps seal the O-ring inside of the fuel rail, so that it doesn't have any leaks, no kinks in the O-ring or anything like that. So when you install these, let's see, I gotta remember orientation. All you gotta do is just put them in like that, and you're good to go. Like that, believe. Now remember how the wires go. If not, you don't really have to remember. When you get to back to the truck, you'll remember how it goes back in. But I believe my wires go on this side. They go like that here. So we're gonna do it like this. And we're gonna do this exact thing for every one of these. So they're all in now. And I make sure they're all tight in there. So now we gotta go back to the annoying clip here. When you put these on, make sure the holes go up on top, because they go right around here. The part that has the metal sticking out the bottom goes by the fuel injector that separates the fuel rail and the injector, the little groove there. So you just put it in like this, and then you just gotta play with it a little bit and push it in, and you're good to go. All right, so now that we got the fuel injectors in here, we're pretty much ready to go. Now, like I said, just put some oil on the bottom of these injectors here. This makes it a whole lot easier to put in. Don't worry about if it gets on the injector, it'll come off. Try to just be sparing with it though. Don't glop it on. I'm glopping it on. So just very lightly put it on just try to get on the thing here. But it won't kill it if you get too much on the injector, because it'll come off eventually from the air flowing through it. One thing also to do, you probably want to put some oil onto these O-rings here. These O-rings are going to be the worst things to put back together. At least the last time I did it. The first time I put it together, it wasn't bad. So it all depends on the truck and car. Everyone's different. So you may have a hard time. You might have an easy time. It really all depends. So just put a little bit. Don't want to get too much oil in here. Makes it just enough just so it's a little slick in there. We are back outside. So to put these back in. Oh, I lost my hose. I gotta find that hose actually. But let's just show you guys how to get this in. So when you put them in, show all the wires are back. All you have to do is just put them in the groove, make sure they're all in the hole, and just literally just push down into it. That easy. It's already in. The easy part of the whole thing. Now this side's a little more pain in the butt just because it's where it's at and stuff, so this part is a little harder, but it's just as simple. You just put them in, try to keep them away from junk, but like I said, not gonna be perfect, but make sure they're all in the grooves and the holes, and just push down. They'll find themselves in their own place, just like that. So now after technically you did that, you can plug them in and everything, but I usually wait till I get everything kind of back to normal. But I'm not even actually gonna plug mine back in just yet. But when you plug them back in, what you can do is you take this plastic piece off, you slide down there, you clip it on, and then you slide that into the groove. The way this slides into the groove here is it goes in front of the clip, slides down, locks in there, and it just clips around this white thing here. And that's how that works. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not even going to screw this in yet. I'm going to get this guy on first. And this guy's a little pain actually, to be honest. The last time I did this, it was a pain in the butt. So like I said, every time it's different. You never know if you're going to have a bad time or a good time, because stupid, like all the gasket stuff is. But the best way to go against that is just to literally just throw some oil all over these edges here, and that'd be your best defense against it. This is the same thing. You kind of just gotta push it back into its position. Push it back in there, push it right back into there like that, and then you take these guys here and you just screw them right back into their positions where they're at. Now that we did that, get your starter ready here. Each of you have a screwdriver. I lost my screwdrivers right now, so gotta go like this. Now what you just do with this here is you just put it right down there, Put it right on the bolt and you just screw it in. I lost it. I got a new one. So you just screw this in here and then go to the other side, screw in the other one. Don't go too tight either. Just go to a nice little snug and you're good. Now let's get our 8 socket here. Let's get these fuel rails all buttoned down. Alright, so I got them all snugged up now. The fuel rails are all in. Now to put the gas lines back on, you have 2 of them. One is a return line, the other one is the main pressure line. There you go. You'll hear a click when they go on. Just like that. And you just pull back to make sure. Alright. So now that she's connected. If your thing here popped off, just make sure it goes from here to here. So just make sure you get that connected. Let me go get my thing. I found it. It was right in the engine bay actually. It wasn't inside the house. So let's see. I believe you go like this. And it's just for the evaporation of gas. Her back where she went. And then this can be put back to where it went. Put these guys back in. All right, lastly is this guy here. All right guys, and now if you want, you can plug in your fuel injectors. Like I say, you can just pull this up. I find it easier, just take the whole thing off. Go down here. Make sure you put the back one first, second, where is it, third, fourth. They all line up for you. Just bring it down here, clip it in, and then you're good to go. After you clip it in, just put this right here like that, clip it in, push it against the white thing here, and you're good to go. And your new fuel injectors are all done, and job is done. That is it. That'll be it for this video. I hope that helped you guys out a little bit with the installing them, removing them. Comment down below if you need any other things I might have missed or you guys are stuck on down in the comments below. Please leave a like on the video if it really did help, because it really helps me get the video out there more. And also, please go down and subscribe to the channel. And other than that, guys, if you guys enjoyed it, I'll see you guys in the next one.